Now, I posted this article on my WordPress page about 3 to 4 days ago, and it's regarding Don Lemon. Now, what's interesting to me is whenever someone is accused of sexual assault, be it Donald Trump, R. Kelly, or who have you, Don Lemon is like the first one that want to sit in the judgment seat. He takes no sides but the victim side, and he is recorded as saying, why would these women come forth and just lie on him? So now he's sitting in that same seat and he's denying it. But my question to Lemon Drop is, why would this dude just come and lie on you like that? Now, he may refer to this dude as a hater, but I don't think there's any dude, man, that would come forward, man, to have that type of reputation out on him just to ridicule himself, to publicly humiliate himself, because according to this article, right after this happened, he was teased. So for this man to come forward, say these things happened, and then say he was teased by people that were there, by people that witnessed it. Now, according to the latest article, a witness came forward, and the witness even said that he feel bad for laughing at this man because of what Lemon Drop Lemon did to him. Now, I'm not going to read the article in its entirety. I'm sure that everybody has not heard this article because CNN and the mainstream media has not been pushing this. Now, if this was Trump, if this was some Republican, then they would be all over it. I mean, Ilhan Omar would be over it. AOC would be all over this. All of these demon crap politicians, man, that's resisting, that's causing problems, they would say that Trump is not fit to be president. They would say this person, and especially with R. Kelly, people are condemning R. Kelly and they just won't let it go. But yet, when it comes to Lemon Drop, you really don't hear too much about this. There's a few people that's talking about this, just a few. But when it comes to the mainstream media, it's quiet. And of course, he's denying it. So why does he get to deny a sexual assault charge when everyone else, according to him, according to CNN, according to the mainstream media, everyone is guilty? And they've even said in the past, especially of Bill Cosby, they're to be believed. So this man that's bringing these charges, these allegations, this lawsuit against Lemon Drop, he's to be believed according to them. Now, I'm not going to read it in its entirety. I'm just going to read bits and pieces of it. And then I'm going to put the article on the bottom and you can read it for yourself if you have not heard about this. Because of the fact that Lemon Drop was in such judgment seat and was judging these men harshly, even referring to them as toxic masculinity. And he sits there when he reports the news, he's sitting there with a straight face and he's serious and he just feel like he's just on the victim side. So now we have a victim that's a man. And Lemon Drop is now saying that he's a hater. So can we say the same for those that brought allegations against Cosby? And the thing about it, these men that were brought sexual allegations like Cosby and R. Kelly, these were people of the past. People that have no evidence at all. They were in the past. But now, this recently happened. Not too long ago. Not so far in the distant future. So you see the headline, CNN's Don Lemon Drop, sued for allegedly assaulting a man at Hampton's bar. He was vigorously rubbing his genitalia. Now, listen to what this pervert did. It says CNN host Don Lemon has been accused of assault and battery at a Long Island bar, with the accuser alleging Lemon fondled his own genitalia before shoving his finger into his face. Now, that sounds like something a woman used to do in the past, and I'm sure women still do it today when they put their fingers down between the legs and then they put it to the man's nose and make the man sniff it. So Lemon Drop was making this man sniff his lemons, right? It says CNN has dismissed the claim as a hater's slander. I'm going to repeat that again. CNN has dismissed the claim as a hater's slander. So now they're victim blaming. They're victim shaming. They're blaming the victim. They're saying that this man is not a victim. But keep in mind, if it was a Republican or conservative or even Trump or R. Kelly, then they would be all over this. You would hear it constantly on the media. And see, this is why I always say black people need to wake up. Because your minds are being programmed, you're being manipulated, you're being controlled. You can't think for yourself. This is what they feel about you. They feel that you can't think for yourself. They have to think for you to the point where they program your mind. They program your mind to think like they want you to think, to feel like they want you to feel. And when they start really putting it out there that this person is a bad guy, he's a pervert, he's a sexual assault, and he did this to these victims and these poor women, and then they would have these women on there crying, and then come to find out later on down the line, they lied. But here's a man that's got witnesses. This is a man that said that it not only happened, but there's a lot of witnesses that even laughed at him because it traveled throughout town. It traveled throughout the town that they were in. So multiple people knew about it and then they heard about it. And I'm sure the man was embarrassed. So now that he's coming forward, and keep in mind, a not too distant future, now that he's coming forward, CNN has dismissed the claim as a hater's slander. CNN wasn't there. Don Lemon was there. And those that witnessed it. But CNN has dismissed the claim as a hater's slander. It says the lawsuit was filed by a man identified in the court documents as Dustin Heiss to the Supreme Court of the state of New York on Sunday and reported by Mediated on Tuesday. The plaintiff says he was partying at Murph's Backstreet Tavern Club at the Hamptons, a high-end seaside resort in New York, on July 15th last year. See, it only happened a year ago. This is not back in the 70s or in the 60s. This is a year ago, when he spotted Lemon and offered to buy him a lemon drop drink, a lemon drop drink. Lemon, who was with a group of friends of his own, declined, and both men were minding their own businesses for some time until Lemon unexpectedly turned up in front of the plaintiff and started to act erratically, the lawsuit claims. Now, this is the dude right here that Don Lemon, or Lemon Drop, sexually assaulted. Dude right here. Heiss alleged that as soon as the host approached him, he put his hands in front of his own shorts and vigorously rubbed his genitalia, removed his hand and shoved his index and middle fingers into the plaintiff's mustache, under plaintiff's nose, Lemon then intensely pushed his fingers against the plaintiff's face, under plaintiff's nose, forcing plaintiff's head to thrust backwards as defendant repeatedly asked plaintiff, "Do you like pussy or dick?" Now, I remember in the movie Boomerang, who was that? In Boomerang, there was a scene where a woman's underwears, this woman Grace Jones took her underwear off in the movie and put it in this man's face. And this man, he got up and walked out, man. So Lemon Drop is doing the same thing that she did in that movie Boomerang. But the only difference is he put his hands down his pants, and let the dude smell his lemon drops. And like I said, I'm not going to read the entire article, but this is interesting. It says the shocked and humiliated Heist then fled the bar. Now, this dude is weak because Lemon Drop would have been floored. Right? Come on, fellas. Now, any man that put his hands down his pants and then shove his fingers in your face, in your mustache, make you sniff it. You're not just going to like tuck your tails between your legs and run out the door. You're just not going to do that. Lemon Drop would have been floored, right? He would have been floored, and they might have more than likely had to carry him out. Because there's no way you can do that to a real man and get away with that. You just can't do that. It says, the shocked and humiliated Heist then fled the bar. Then returned some 5 to 10 minutes later, but Lemon was nowhere to be found, he says in his claim. Now, I'm not going to read the rest of this. I'm going to put the link on the bottom. Let you guys read it for yourself. But this is quite interesting because when the shoe is on the other foot, it's interesting how people love to sit in the judgment seat. And the victim is always right, according to him. The victim is always right, right? And he would rub it in that you're victim blaming and that there's no way that these people can be wrong. And why would they just lie on you? But yet now that the shoe is on the other foot, he's referring to it as a hater. He's saying that this is a hater. This is haters slander. He's saying that not only it didn't happen, but the victim is wrong. He's lying. But he didn't say that with everyone else that came forward and accused someone. And like I said, it's easy to judge when you're not in that hot seat. When you're not being accused, whether it be falsely accused or you really did it. So I'm going to put the article on the bottom. You guys feedback, tell me what you think. And I'm hoping that this actually takes legs and run. Because if this was someone else, you would not get tired of hearing about it in the media. It would be all over mainstream media. It would be all over television. You can be in a car dealer waiting on your car to be repaired, and all of a sudden, because all of them, they got CNN up on it, you're being programmed. So CNN comes on, and they're talking about, this person sexually assaulted somebody, and they're going to have the victim on there crying and interviewing, and then I would not be surprised, and I'm hoping, and I said in a video in the past that one day Lemon Drop will have his day. This is his day. Now, I'm hoping that more men come out of the past, women or men. I'm just waiting for now other dudes now to start coming forward saying what Lemon Drop did to them, so that he can have because women and men are different. Because when it comes to women, once one woman accuse a dude, then you're gonna have other females, especially if dude got money. Then you're gonna have all these other females coming out of the woodworks. So now it's just a matter of time that more dudes are gonna start coming out of the woodwork. See, already they have a witness that claim he witnessed that. All right. So I'm gonna put the link on the bottom. You guys feedback, you tell me what you think. Also, I have some new items on Teespring that you might want to check out. I'm also put that link on the bottom in the description box. Click on Teespring and order some items there. Or you can click on the donate button and donate to this channel. So feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe, share this video. Until next time, I'm fearless.